A chance encounter in Honolulu Chinatown, number 1557, the 3rd of March 2026. Yesterday, I was in Honolulu Chinatown waiting at a bus stop. Chinatown is a central switching station for many buses, so people from many walks of life pass through there. Because I now walk with a cane, I cannot travel far to look for people in need. Places like this are one of the few places where I naturally encounter them. I met a 56-year-old white man who approached me trying to sell some batteries. I had no need for batteries, but I stopped and spoke with him. During our conversation, I learned that he came from Chicago. He had been injured before and had metal implants inside his body. The winter cold in Chicago caused him severe pain. So he moved to Hawaii because of the warm weather. He now sleeps in a public park near Pearl Harbor. After hearing his story, I gave him $200 in cash and told him not to give up. I also told him a little about my own past. Many years ago I struggled as well. When I first came to the United States, I worked as a toilet janitor in New Jersey. Later in life I eventually managed to knock open the door to MIT. I told him this not to compare our situations, but simply to say that life can sometimes move in unexpected directions. I struggled in this country and later became successful. I am grateful to the United States and to being an American. Today I live in a city which is known as one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the United States. Because of where I live, I rarely meet people who are struggling or in real need. Teach environments are very different. I actually do not like that city that much. It is too isolated. The only reason I stay there is because the nearby hospital is one of the best. As a senior man, healthcare is the most important concern in my mind. I came to Hawaii also for its warm weather, beautiful scenery, and slower pace. However, its healthcare quality is not as good as California. Years ago, I tried to help others through formal charitable foundations that I established. Unfortunately, a large amount of the funds I contributed were stolen by people who were supposed to manage them. Those people were educated professionals. That experience caused me to lose trust in organized charity structures. I realized that most people are greedy, and educated people are sometimes even better at conducting unethical acts without being caught. This is the sad part of human nature which I cannot change. Since then, I have taken a different approach. I no longer trust or rely on organizations or intermediaries. Instead, when I meet somebody indirectly, I use my own eyes and my own judgment to give some form of direct assistance plus my genuine words of encouragement. If I feel the person genuinely needs help, I help on the spot. At that moment there is no middle layer between the giver and the receiver. I am now old and walk with a cane, so I cannot go far to search for people who need help. But sometimes life creates small opportunities. Yesterday at the bus station in Chinatown was one of those moments. In the near future I will travel to Tokyo and Taipei again in late March. I plan to meet those 9 underprivileged college students whom I sponsor through my private scholarship program under the names of Jones and Andrews. When I meet those students in Asia, I prefer to speak to them personally. I want to encourage them with my own words and see their progress with my own eyes, not only through reports or words from assistants or other people. Sometimes I feel sorry for myself that I have reduced the size of my charitable actions because of some bad apples in our society. But I have accepted that this is the real living society I am in. My goal is simple. I first take responsibility for my own life. Along the way, if I encounter someone who truly needs help and I am able to help, I do so directly. I do not try to save the world. I simply help when the moment appears and when my own judgment tells me it is the right thing to do. My sharing of medical research findings through YouTube follows the same spirit. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C. Shue.